All right, Shalom Akim, Zahal Spirit Wind Judah of the GMS Mississippi Camp, giving our honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, HaKodash. Also giving double honor to our apostles, the great millstone, rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, this is the way, walk you in it. All right, and today what we're going to be speaking on is the customs and ways of maneuvering like our forefathers, okay? The customs and ways of maneuvering like our forefathers, because unlike a lot of Israelite camps, we actually go into the spirit of being Israel, man, as opposed to just keeping the laws, but having traditions of just regular 2/3 Jake, man. It's deeper than just wearing fringes, okay? It's a lifestyle, it's a mindset, man. And that's what a culture is. A culture is a shared mindset amongst a group of people, man. A shared value systems, a shared way of thinking and living. Okay, that's what makes it a world or a cosmos within itself. All right. So I'm going to open up with Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths." What's the old paths, man? The way of our forefathers, man. That's where you get the word Hebrew from, Ibar. All right, from the past, man. All right, the same way that we taught and thought before the flood, okay? "And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls," okay? So we got to turn us to the old paths, because the new paths is contrary to the mindset of Yahweh Ba'Shem Hawashai, okay? Like I said, the mindset, the Western world, the new paths, the ways that we were raised in Babylon, all right, is contrary to the mindset of the Most High. But once you synchronize yourself with the laws, statutes, and commandments, okay, when you synchronize yourself with the laws, statutes, and commandments, you are aligning yourself with the mindset of the Heavenly Father. All right, you're thinking and acting like the Most High. All right, if the Most High walked the planet Earth, he will walk like Israel. He will walk like a man that kept the law, statutes, and commandments. So when we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, it's like a guideline to make us Most High like the Most High. Hence Micah Allah. He like the Most High. We're all Micah Allahs because we keep the laws which we mimic the Most High. Right? Like they say in the church, so-called Christ-like. All right, but we're the Most High like or Yahweh Shai like. All right? And give me 1 minute. All right? Because I'm going to find a scripture that aligns what I just said. Okay? This is Genesis 1:26. "And the Most High said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." Because even during the time of Adam, the Most High he gave man order, man. And the order came down by way of the breath of life, which was the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. So when it says in Jeremiah 6:16, turn you to the old paths, the old ways, the ways of our fathers, is going back ultimately to the time of Adam, all right, which was made set in stone, literally set in stone, and during the time of Moses, when we received the law, statutes, and commandments, man, on those 2 tablets, man, all right, on those tablets, okay? Those laser beams sent for the chariot of the Most High, all right? That's the ways, but there was a tangible, concrete constitution in which we've already had going back to the time of Adam doing the creation, okay? All right? And from there, I'm going to get different areas, all right, different areas of existence of our fathers, man. Because everything that you do here in America, we did it the Eastern way in our homeland, Jerusalem, man. So in America, there's a standard American diet, but our forefathers, they had what they would call today a Mediterranean diet, man. And if you look up the Mediterranean diet, it mostly consists of a plant-based diet, which frequently throughout the week, you might eat fish, all right? and then less frequently, above that, you will eat, say, meat, all right, like chicken, all right, and then less frequently you eat lamb. That's how they have it structured. But the Mediterranean diet chart is sort of tainted because what Esau does is he gets the different cultures of Italy, France, and groups it all together as the Mediterranean diet. So you'll look it up and you'll see shrimp and scale, scaleless fish. So you have to extrapolate, but the main point is there, man. But that's the ways of our fathers. You might have cooked salmon, and you might have asparagus, okay, as opposed to eating, a Popeye's chicken sandwich, a large Coke, large fries, and now you're worried. Now you're trying to figure out why you're tired all the time, man. Okay, so that's the way of our fathers. What they call it was closest to the way of our father, because the Mediterranean diet, I believe Mediterranean goes back to like Middle Terrain. So that's pretty much the closest that you'll pretty much get as far as how we ate in our homeland, Jerusalem, man. All right, you have like salmon, because one of the common things that kept coming up in our the history of our forefathers was fishing. Okay, so yeah, we had the bulk of our diet was plant based, but you also had fish on top of that. Okay, but then we had our lamb. All right, it tells you in Leviticus the 11th chapter that you can eat basically grass-fed meat. In so many words. Okay, but as opposed to eating processed food, we ate what we call whole food, man. Okay, we ate what we call whole food, man. So from there, we're gonna get Sirach 30 and 25. And by the way, this lesson is gonna be a little longer than the usual lessons that I have on Spirit, Way, and Judah. But if you just bear with me, Sirach 30 and 25, it says, a cheerful and good heart will have care of his meat and diet. So if this says this during the time of our forefathers before captivity, or when this was written before captivity, so to speak, all right, how much more should we have care of our meat and diet in a polluted land? Okay, you shouldn't get caught in the McDonald's line. You shouldn't want to eat Popeyes, man, or KFC all the time, man. No, you're an Israelite. Embrace the culture of being an Israelite. Like I said, brothers here had that what they call that Mediterranean diet, man. And they'll be having that cooked salmon on their plate, that asparagus. All right, they might have some mashed potatoes. You know how it's done. But brothers that have lamb. All right, brothers that have the pasta. All right. Well, there's different things, but a common thing that you saw was on top of a plant-based diet, you had your salmon, your fish, man. Okay? The supplement your diet or to add to the protein or whatever it may be. All right? And then less seldomly, you might have what they call the red meats. Or you hit the lamb. Okay? And we can't, there's no whole catalog to say how we ate in our homeland, Jerusalem, but you can pick out certain scriptures and look at the way the people eat now in that area, and it's pretty similar. Okay? But that's very important, because what you put into your body is what you put into your soul. And what you put into your body affects your spirit. It affects your mental faculties. 90% of diseases is diet related. Okay? So from there, like I said, we went into diet. Okay? We went into diet. So brothers should consider their diet, man. And you shouldn't allow yourself to go through the hustle and bustle of life and just eat whatever Esau gives you, because the things that's most affordable and most convenient usually breaks down your body, man. All right? How can you be a profitable servant if your body is broken down? Okay? So just to sum it all up, the ways of our forefather when it comes to diet was a diet that mirrored what they call the Mediterranean diet now, man. Or they might call it a blue zone diet, but it's basically, a diet where it's grilled chicken, grilled fish. The common thing was fish, mostly plant-based diet. All right? And I'm going to say this about the plant-based diet. The scriptures tells us that we can eat the the meat that cheweth the cud, which today they'll call it grass-fed. You can eat that deer because their stomach cleans them out. And they eat the grass, and the grass purchases out their system. Okay? But long story short, That sums up our diet, the Mediterranean. The second thing I want to discuss when it comes to the ways of our forefather is how we deal with our women as opposed to how we deal with our women now. Okay? All right, so when it comes to women, there was an expectation of the women that we were looking for. All right? Or there was an expectation of the women we dealt with, man. All right? Sirach 26 and Sirach chapter 26, verse 14. It says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And I read that last part again. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. But why does it say a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord? You know, we're under the curses, but that doesn't mean you have to settle for Keisha, man. That doesn't mean you have to settle for a woman whose mindset is totally contrary to yours, man. All right? And you don't have to subject yourself to the local corner store type females, man. Or the local bar sluts that you see in your local environment, man. Well, we're under the curses, just put up with their BS. Nah, man. A king has a ruler class mentality, and the king has an expectation of how he's to be treated, man. Okay? So even within the curses, hey, you should look for something that has some type of qualities, man. Mainly, what our forefathers looked for in our homeland Jerusalem was femininity, man. Quiet and submissive woman. The key word was submissive. I'm going to read that again. Sirach 26 and 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. All right, what does it mean, a mind well instructed? Because you are the instructor. You are the governor. So a man is the authority in his household, but the woman has to follow his game plan, man. His structure, how he wants things run in the house, or how he wants the money to be spent. That's your structure. But she has to follow your instructions. Okay, you are the instructor, and she follows your instructions, man. But in the Western world, Esau honors women for their sensuality, but in the Eastern world, women are honored for their submissiveness, ultimately their femininity, man. Women are valued for their femininity in the Eastern world, man. Okay? And the royal mindset, man, with the royal mindset, he's not looking for a woman that appeases him sensually, all right? Because in a nigga realm, in the 2/3 in the urban world, Eve is a goddess in this world. And if you fall out the sensuality, you just a peasant worshiping little Eve goddesses, man. You just another Trabante chasing your lust. And another thing, going back to I'm going to get it out the scriptures, man. I'm going to let the scriptures speak because these are principles of our forefathers, man. All right? Sirach 25 and 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Why does it say that, man? You're going to acknowledge that a woman is pretty, but you can't just shoot for a pretty woman and with no expectation of how she's going to actually fit into your world, man. This is the ruling class mentality that brothers have to adopt. You know? So you can't look at these women on these social media sites or even in public. The girl got a big butt with them loud flamboyant clothes on, but she has no skills, no purpose, no way that she can actually help you, man. Sex is not helping you. Y'all helping each other, so that shouldn't even be factored in as a benefit, okay? All right? Sirach 7 and 26, just to add on, man. I'm not going to stay on women too long. It says, hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. What's a light woman? It's a bimbo, man. A bimbo is a woman that looks good, but she's a liberal, man. She just out there, man. She has no stability, no moral code, no moral compass. She has no principles, no standard. All right. A modern woman, a Western woman, a liberal woman, they put sensuality before a family unit. In order to sustain a race, you have to sustain the root of a race or a nation is the family. So these women are not even family oriented anymore. They don't even fit into a family structure because they've been liberated, man. They've been liberated, and you can't fit a modern liberal woman into your Eastern lifestyle anymore, man. Okay? It says, Sirach 7 and 26, Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. You don't be following these light females all over the ground. You know, a man gonna deal with his woman, man. We're not micromanaging you on how to get women or how to deal with women. But don't be following whores on the gram or in life. You got brothers will be amongst each other, and the niggas on the phone the whole time, man. Like, goddamn. The whole time, okay? Give not that stuff over to a light woman, all right? But I bet that woman can't add to you outside of sensuality, man. Okay? 1 Timothy 2:9, going back to the expectations that we had towards our women in our homeland, man. Okay? See, this side values women for their sensuality, but in our homeland, Jerusalem, women were valued for their femininity, man. Okay? And you have to start to look at yourself as an authoritative figure and pray to the Most High to give you the spirit to have that authoritative mindset when it comes to your woman, man. There's no such thing as girlfriend, boyfriend. You know, she has to agree with, I have to wait till I get her consent to make an agreement to make a move. No, you are the authority, man. All right? And if she doesn't like it, she could just dip out, man. All right? 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Oh yeah, these hoes wearing this tight-ass designer. But the key point was, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, man. And when a woman covers her whole body up, she exudes a whole other type of energy, man. That's what men of the Lord are really supposed to seek after in this society. Now, women are tainted. Tells you that your wife is going to be a harlot of the city, but you should still get the best of the worst, the same way you get the best of the worst when it comes to your diet, man. All because our bread is defiled, that doesn't mean it gives you the green light to go to McDonald's. So all because our women are no more virgins anymore, that doesn't mean you need to go to the grimiest, ratchet spot to get women, all right? And then you all frustrated. If you do deal with her, now you got an STD, it's your fault. The writing on the wall says she was garbage, man, and she was trash, man. All right? The writing on the wall, Salak Akim.